You see, oh, I see Trin waving there. Tuesday, she will actually be on the show Tuesday. Courtside Conversations. We'll have Trinity Vance and her sister, Sandasia, on the show. And we'll also have the Douglas sisters from Millbrook. We'll have Raven and Rachel here on Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. 4 young ladies that can really ball. They're exciting. They got great personalities. You're going to love hearing from them on Tuesday. So I'm excited about our first sister show on Tuesday. Tonight, it's all about my man, my dude, Hampton's finest point guard, Raleigh native, Knightdale High School standout, my guy, Dondre Griffin. And we're going to bring him in, and we're going to get this party started. We got a lot to cover tonight, a lot to talk about, and I'm looking forward to having you all in. So let's not wait any further. Let's bring the one and only Dondre Griffin in Courtside Conversations. Let's go.
Oh, what's up, man?
Dondre Griffin,
What's
the
up?
legend.
Indeed, that's you. That's you.
Man, you looking like a grown man now. Huh?
Man, I'm living, man. Just had a kid this week.
Man, you know what? Congratulations. I didn't know how old the baby was, but I saw the post where you talked about your grandmother and how proud she would be. What did that mean to you just to have that moment, man?
Everything. That just brought life full circle for me. It just made everything from her feel complete, knowing that she's not here, but made me satisfied with that. Like, I'm cool with it. She's blessed.
Right. So you got a boy or a girl?
A boy, Cameron Alexander Griffin. 8
Really?
pounds, 9 ounces, 21 inches.
Get out. That is like, it just gives me chills, man, because y'all grew up so fast.
That's crazy, right? I was just running around the gym this big.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. And, and you turned out to be a great young man. Like, I mean, you're still doing your thing. You're still playing ball. And, now it's time to man up.
Yes, sir.
It's time. It's time. When you become a father, now you have to really, kind of pull it all in and, mature a little bit more and, and do right, because so many kids don't have their fathers around.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
And I know you did. And so I know
you know my
got a great,
you
got a great example, man. You got a great example. I'm proud of you, man. I really am. I keep up with you from a distance. You know that. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I see you out there. I see you. I be looking at my phone like, this boy, this guy,
man,
this guy. So for the people that don't know who you are, why don't you tell them who you are?
Man, my name is Dondre Griffin. I graduated from Knightdale High School. I left Knightdale, went to Murray State. Left Murray State, went JUCO, Navarro College, graduated from JUCO, came to Hampton. Just graduated from Hampton last year. Just signed with Benelux Sports Management, and I'm looking at 2 contracts. I'm not going to announce who right now, or where right now. But looking at that,
Right.
And I'm an independent music artist. So
this guy is grown now. He's with the college, right? Got your degree. I am so you really did well, man. I'm so happy for you.
Appreciate it.
But you've always had, you've been the clown, but you always had the smarts.
I wrote that in my notes.
Did you?
I'm a goofball, but I take care of my business. I take care of
So we're going to roll into that. Tell everybody I know who you are, but you tell everybody who you are.
Man, I'm energetic. I like to walk in the room and let it be known I'm there. If it's the gym, the studio, the classroom, I got to be in the front. I'm not going to say I got to be the center of attention, but I like to have a good time. It's got to be fun. But when it comes down to my business, I take care of it. I get it done.
Right.
And there go my teammate, freshman.
Right. Good stuff. They come to support you, man.
Appreciate you, dude.
Now, you had, like you mentioned a minute ago, you left Knightdale, you went to Murray State, you went to Navarro, then you ended up at Hampton.
Definitely.
Tell kids that how your journey was, because sometimes they think you're going to go to college, everything going to be perfect, and that's why I wanted to bring you on. You know, tell them your story.
Man, in high school, before the junior year summer going into senior year, I was a nobody. I really only got love from y'all and Phenom Hoops on occasion when I was playing with somebody. So junior year, started cooking, blew up. I played with Team Felton. Summer took off. School started calling. I really didn't trust going to a really big school, so we didn't really respond to them calls or pick them calls up because we knew what that was about. I felt like I was the same player from freshman year to senior year. I worked just as hard. So went to Murray State. Cool. Got there. Man, they'll tell you anything to get there. And that's not a knock to them because they have a great program. When I got there, it was great too. But it was just me and him didn't see eye to eye on stuff. And what we didn't see eye to eye on was he thought I shouldn't have played or he wasn't comfortable with me playing until my junior year. He didn't believe
regardless of how you did in practice.
Regardless. And I'm not saying I was perfect in every practice.
Right.
But there was people who played who I was working harder than, made less mistakes than for sure. I was on my P's and Q's. Now, I also say that to say I'm not going to say I was 100% focused on basketball when I got to Murray. My first year at college.
You ain't got to tell me. Tell it.
Having fun, turn it up. I wasn't in the gym 3-4 times a day like I was in high school. I was in the gym maybe once, twice a day. You know, hanging out with my friends. All the white frats want us to come party. We're going to hanging out with boosters. So part of that, I'll take responsibility. I feel like if I was in the gym 4 or 5 times a day like I was in high school, maybe I would have been – he could have seen me in the gym 4 or 5 times a day. That's just confidence right there to play me. But things didn't work out. They don't go how you want them to go all the time. You know what I'm saying? Everything isn't perfect. But you just got to keep going. With JUCO, everybody was wondering, like, what's he going to do? I was going to wait it out. Nah, deciding quick, going JUCO. Not making no media, nothing about it. Just going JUCO, telling everybody. Good, going. Got there. JUCO was kind of weird, too, because as soon as I got there, schools were, like, flying in, calling me, blowing my phone up. And I got hurt. I hurt my thumb. It was the day before Jamboree. And I'm like, dang, I can't shoot. I'm a shooter, too. I love to shoot. All these big schools here. So I'm like, dang. I go out there. I don't do bad. I play decent. But after that, I was just like, I can't get surgery. I can't sit. I got to play through it. So it affected the way I played, where I couldn't play my game all the way. My stats weren't. Instead of averaging 25 like I wanted to, might have been 13, 12. And conference play might have been 9, lower than that. But I managed the way. I called, matter of fact, not even going to say managed the way. I went, a lot of people, it's a discussion right now, white school or black school. The first school to ever offer me was Hampton University and Buck Joyner. So while I'm sitting here still talking to this, okay, let's see who's still offering me after after midseason or whatever. Seeing the school list, like 2 big schools, 3 mid-majors, 1 low major, I'm like, man, let me call Buck. His name is not on the list. I haven't talked to them all the JUCO. But he checked on me at Murray, all that. Like, I go home. He still checks on my mom's. Called him. He happened to be in a meeting with Harvey and the athletic director. They were switching to the Big South that night. I'm like, that was my only knock on going to Hampton from the jump, was being in a smaller conference because of exposure. But the fact that I was like, exposure didn't matter anymore.
And then look what happened. See?
Look what happened. Went there. The first year was kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. Stepping into a team where you weren't recruited, but they want you there because you told them you want to come there. So they had plans already. So it's kind of trying to find a space for me. But I played with that year. He was number 5 scorer in the country, Jermaine Merrill. And Kalen Fisher, he was like the number 4 scorer in our conference. And then my senior year, Jermaine was the number 3 scorer in the country. And Ben Stanley, somebody who didn't score at all the year before, stepped his game up and scored like, I think it was 6 in the country in scoring. So it wasn't a lot of shots for me. I played a lot, but it wasn't a lot of shots. It's not the ideal situation, but I was having fun because I was on the court. I was getting to do what I wanted to do, and we started winning. And
that's always fun.
Finished at Hampton. I mean, it didn't go. It wasn't a smooth. I got to Murray, and then the next year that I left Murray, somebody did it, and how I wanted to do it. Ja Morant went to Murray, went to the league. Props to him, too, because that's big. That's big.
Right. No question.
But it's different routes to it, but it's the same end goal. You just got to work twice as hard sometimes, 3 times as hard sometimes, and that's just how it is. Right.
Now, one thing I've always respected about you is you're a hooper. You didn't care who was in the gym.
Yeah.
It didn't matter whether, during that time, whether it was, I think Keldon Johnson or whether it was Dennis Smith or whoever was back in those days. It didn't matter. You were ready to hoop because you came to the Super 60 and it was almost like a dream. Like you went into your home gym and you couldn't miss. You were shooting like Steph Curry. Right?
That was fun.
But so how do you approach, like, when you got a big matchup, whether it was in high school or whether it was in college, how did you get yourself mentally prepared for that?
Man, it was two things that mentally prepared me before I had to. The fact that at that time in the media, before I'm playing, a whole bunch of articles about who we finna play, and like, this dude is up here and this dude is, that's nothing about me. So I'm taking that as disrespect from
Right.
the jump.
Right.
And the fact that the Super 60 happened to be in the gym, that I done put up a few 30, 40 balls, and I'm like, oh, no, it's not. I'm not going. I'm not going. But even if it hadn't, like, anywhere I compete, I feel like I work twice as hard as the best player in the gym, and I feel like I'm the best player in the gym.
Right.
So I compete at that level. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. It could be Jordan, his prime. We finna lace up. I'm finna get Jordan's ass. Like, it's
so funny, because my staff, I tell them all the time, that's the mentality I have. Like, I know you probably gonna beat me, but I feel like I'm gonna beat you.
I got to kill you. I got to kill you. Going out, I got to kill. We got to go.
Right. Now, you mentioned a minute ago about how you did the partying and all that. What was the different? What was it? What you expected, and how did the different schools? What were the differences in the ones?
Well, you know what I'm about to say, but for the people watch,
that's why I got you on here.
Murray State was, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. It was crazy fun. A whole bunch of white people. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a black athlete. We play basketball. It's a basketball school. We invited to every party. I'm talking about the rich yacht parties and then the white frat parties. And it's like Project X parties, but they nice to us. Alcohol everywhere. I'm not gonna say we did drugs and alcohol, but that stuff was everywhere. I'm talking about like movie parties. Now you get to Hampton, you might not get a movie party, but you around your folks, so you know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get, and you comfortable. It ain't. Whoa, what's going on in the corner? It's same people you see. It's what's good, brother. You know what I'm saying? What's up? It's your folks. You comfortable. Even if something happens, it's a situation you've experienced before, because it's all your people. Like you
just more comfortable.
Comfort. You feel home. Like,
man, that's crazy. But they loved you at Murray State.
Yeah, they love the basketball side of it. So I'll say that.
Right.
Business. They love
That's right. Now, I recently saw, and I told you, I saw this video of you. Yeah. And I had to play it about 5 times and say, I was like, is that Dondre? Yeah. I said, wait a minute now. So how did you become, or when did the love, or you know that you want to be a hip hop artist, and how did that come about?
Man,
you got an album out now, right?
I got a few projects. So I just dropped the album, Too Much, a mixtape on all streaming services. Everybody go get it.
Okay, yeah, tell them how to get it.
Apple Music, Spotify, type in Donnie from the R. I'm about to type it in. Y'all can pin it.
Okay. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm going to check it out.
And they should pop up on every streaming service. But the music was really, it was always something like a hobby for me. Like, my grandma played the piano. Like, she used to whoop me with the switch, and then when she talked to me, she playing the piano, playing a gospel song, telling me what I did wrong or whatever. So my pops, he liked to sing in the car when I was a kid. Like, if I'm crying as a baby, I still remember him singing like Anthony Hamilton or something, or some old Jamie Foxx or something to calm me down. Okay. Like, so music's always really been, I'm not gonna say a passion, but something I like to do, something I like to get into. So when I got to high school of age to like listen to what I wanted to listen to, all the vulgar stuff, and I'm around my friends, we do silly stuff like freestyle at the table, freestyle on the bus, like just rapping. I happen to be good at it. I'm going for 10 minutes. Like,
never knew.
So as I got to college, I got around people that did music. My freshman year, I was around a dude that had a studio, but I didn't make any music. I was just around him all the time. He did tattoos and did music. I'm pulling up. I got homework. So I'm going to do this project at your crib. You feel me? Cool. So junior year, I started writing my stuff and making songs on the phone because I didn't feel like going and buying no software. I was in Texas. We was in the middle of nowhere, and right outside the middle of nowhere was the hood. I'm not going there asking nobody. Not happening. Not happening. So I got to Hampton. My teammate at Hampton, shout out to O'Shea Carver, Trey Carver. He did music. He's a music artist. He's been a music artist for like 6 years, like legit. He goes to Hampton too. He was a teammate. So he engineers his own stuff. He had his own studio in his Hampton apartment. So I used to go in there every day. I'm watching him, learning. So I finished all my credits early. So senior year comes. I had already dropped some stuff already with him, working with him. I had my own projects. I got enough credit. Shoot, I'm finna take some engineering classes, some music business classes, and all my stuff. So got that done. By that time, I had enough money saved up. We're not going into the money part because we were college athletes at the time. But we had enough money saved up where I went and got my own studio equipment. Just walked in Guitar Center and said, I need that. Box it up, take it in my car. Need it. So started making my own stuff. Wake up every morning. Matter of fact, that's one of my producers right there, commenting, BP Beats. Shout out to him. When I first got started, Cali reached out to me, started sending me free beat packs.
Really?
But after that, took off. I started making my own stuff. Like every morning I wake up, if I had a thought, I might say some bullshit into the mic.
Right.
Try to make it sound good. And it might sound bad, but I'm going to come back later on when I get in the studio and I'm going to add something to it because it's a thought already. So I do like 4 or 5 songs a day. And 3 of them might be bad. But 1 or 2 of them songs going to be good. Now I'm doing that 14 days straight. I'm going to have maybe 28 good songs. What's good, Jalil? My JUCO teammate. He do music now too. Nonside, indeed. My neighborhood. Shout out to the lane for Elza Shells. Indeed. So that's where, and the music, it really, I didn't expect it to go where it's at right now because I get paid for music. I don't like to drag my nuts on people. I don't like to tell people I get paid for music. I get a revenue check. Like my stream coming in so fast. I'm not gonna say my check is crazy,
right?
But I done got the $200 to $400 check every now and then from Spotify. So it's cool.
That's good, man.
Indeed.
Like I didn't know you took engineering classes. Like
had to. I got tired. I dropped studio money one time. What's man's name? It's at Black Element Studios. Shout out to him. He's a big producer out here. He gave me like a discount. He was charging like $150 an hour. I'm like, bro, you are tripping, bro. No way. I hoop at Hampton, bro. Like I give some tickets or something. Like, bro, right. So he was like, cool, I got you 50 an hour. He didn't even come to a game, but he said, I got you 50 an hour. Me and my homeboy, my other teammate, went in there, recorded 2 songs, left. I'm like, bro, I'm never paying for studio time again. I got to learn how to do this. And that's when I started going to O'Shea's crib, who I was telling you about earlier. Yeah. I started watching him, but I had to go to a school to learn. Like, I had to go get in a class to learn it. I can't learn by watching somebody. I got to.
So those big sound mixing boards, you went to school? You went to school to learn that?
Yeah. We all know.
Really?
Yeah, we all know. Now, I'm not going to say I know everything, but I know what I'm doing in there.
Really?
Somebody tell me if we on Pro Tools or if we on Logic or if we on FL Studio and you want a voice on this track, you want it to sound like this, you want it to sound like cut here or whatever, I know what I'm doing. I know how to go in there and record my own song. So
that is so funny to me because I'm going to tell you because I don't know anything about it, right? But I see all these studio pictures of people in the studio and there's this big board with all these buttons on it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you can't tell me if
I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit don't even really get used a lot. That's what.
Okay, all right.
That's when you more so playing it out to hear. And you want to hear like the clarity of the music. So you cut it on the big speakers and use the soundboard to edit the sound of it, how it sounds. You could take that sound and master it, but that's usually people's songs mastered already, and they just want to hear it out loud to see if they got to fix anything. They use the big board. But everything be done from the computer or the monitors on the side with the knobs.
So things have changed. They don't really need those big boards.
Oh, yeah, nah. But if people making beats, that's when you really use the big boards for instruments, not vocals.
Now, how'd you do in the class? Did you pass?
Oh, yeah. I got a 98 in the first one, 84 in the second one, and a 96 in the third one. I was good.
Really? Now, you say you got projects. Do you do solo projects? Are you doing duets?
I got a few features. I got an album, 2 mixtapes. I think one of them has the one I just dropped, the mixtape has 13 on it. The one before that might have, it's a lot on it. I don't know. It's called Visions in My Head.
Really?
I got like 3-4 videos shot, but I haven't dropped any yet. I posted some on Instagram a little bit, but I haven't dropped any yet. But
now, who do you think? Who would you say your music most like? You're a mumble rapper?
Oh no, hell no, no. Now I like their music though. I like the vibes, like people like Yachty and all them and Uzi. I like those vibes, but that's not me. If you listen, if you looking for that, don't even download my shit.
Right. So who's your favorite hip hop artist of all time?
All time, Hov.
Who?
Jay-Z. Hov.
Jay-Z?
Yeah. The GOAT. The GOAT. Who? You finna say something old like Rakim or something. You finna say something old like KRS-One.
But I'm not even gonna respond to that because actually Jay-Z that old, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
So we're not even gonna go there. We ain't gonna call me out like I'm old now. But now Rakim, man, I mean, hey, but Rakim is tough,
That's respected. That's respected.
I mean, I guess Biggie and Tupac is always the two that they always say is the best. But you know what? I'll tell you this. It was later in life that I really appreciated Jay-Z. Like when he was out, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't
that's what all the older people say. They say when he didn't have like the fan craze he has right now when all this stuff is coming out.
Right. Yeah. It was later in life that I really listened to like his lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? Like him or Nas, like those cats.
Nas, the best lyricist of all time.
Yeah, those cats. I was listening. Nas got a new song out. I was just listening to it last night. Like, those are real lyricists. That's why today it's like I like beats because the raps are just terrible.
Yeah. It's repetitive. A lot of the stuff is repetitive. You're going to hear the gangs, the violence, the drugs, the money, the sex, the clothes, the cars.
Same thing, right? Because now let's switch gears a little bit. Now, you have a major voice. You're a young fellow. A lot of people listen to, but more importantly, you're a young black man, right? And we're in some very difficult times. We're in some, when we talk about, George Floyd and we talk about Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. How, as a young black man, has those type of recent, and I say exposures because these things have been going on forever, as long as we can remember, right? It's just now people got cameras. People are really just kind of standing up a little bit more, so it's more prevalent to our eyes, right? So how does it affect you as a young black man?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. It hurts. Like, especially this week, like I just had a son. I just had a little black boy. Like, 18 years from now, like, not 18 years from now, 2-3 years from now, 4 or 5 years from now, he's gonna be asking me tough questions like, Daddy, what's this? Daddy, who's George Floyd? Like, that hurts. Or that could be me, my brother, anybody I hang out with. Like, that's tough.
Yeah. It really is. I tell people all the time that they don't understand what you can never understand, because, I'm 48. I remember at the age of 11 having a gun in my face from a police officer, at 11. Scarred for life. Didn't realize I was scarred for life, but the fact that I can still remember that day vividly.
Indeed.
And then you think of, and people don't realize this, when you get pulled over by a police officer, we don't feel safe. We don't feel as if, he's here to make sure everything's okay. And not this. There's a lot of good police officers out there. Let me just say that really take their job serious. But we can't have the comfort of knowing whether he's good or bad. See, people that aren't minorities, when they see the police, they feel like, oh, well, we're safe now. Everything's okay.
Security.
You know what I mean? Right. And so we have to look at it differently. Like, he's automatically not going to believe what we say.
Doesn't fuck with me from the start.
Right.
And there's a situation I got into in Texas that I can't explain on your live, but if y'all listen to the music, you'll hear it. My man, it's like a lot of people feel like 2 wrongs don't make a right. You get what I'm saying? The situation, so we get to act out, but that enables the next step. But we can't go home. For us, it's different. White people, it's different. They can talk back to the cops, or they can stand up for their rights. But for us, it's different. They say 2 wrongs don't make a right. But shit, for 2 wrongs, I swear a cop will take your life. I think that's what it was. It was something like that. Like, we have to be twice as respectful. We have to be twice as much on our P's and Q's. And I'm not saying that's right. But at the end of the day, you got to want to go home. Like,
right.
And it's a tough decision. It's a tough position, but I'd rather be.
Right. So since you mentioned that brings me up to the question of, how will you explain to your son when he gets a little older, you know, how if he was here today as a grown, you know, a grown up driving or whatever, and he gets pulled over or he has a situation, how are you going to explain how he should react in his interaction with the police?
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell him, like, if you did nothing wrong, a lot of, like, if somebody would told me this when I was younger, I would have felt a lot better, like, about the times I got pulled over. Like, my parents gave me the talk, you feel me? But nobody explained it like this. When you get pulled over and you're not in the wrong, be confident and be calm. Like, be cool. Relax. Because at the end of the day, if they're trying to turn into a situation or make it more something out of nothing, if you don't do anything but follow the laws, stay calm, stay cool, they're going to look like a dumbass. And legally now, because like we said, there's so many cameras and so many things being recorded. Like, cops have body cams. Like, but at the same time, that doesn't excuse for if somebody says something back, they end up getting shot 7 times in the back.
Right.
Or stepped on knee on their neck or.
Right. And that's how I feel. It's never right? We never condone it. But at the end of the day, I want you to come home.
Indeed.
Right? We'll deal with what they did to you or what they said to you.
I want my son to understand when you're out in public in situations like that, be unapologetically black, but politically correct. Extremely politically correct.
That's right. Now, you know, playing devil's advocate, Dondre, and let's talk about how people change the narrative, right? So some people will say, well, we talk about, you know, black on police officers, you know, how they treat black people, but what about black on black crime? What about, Dondre, the fact that the music you make or the music you listen to is violent? You know, what do you say to those people where that's their argument?
My music is, I have those conversations in the barbershop sometimes. If somebody like that I know, my parents know, like they know their kids listen to my music, they'll come ask me like, what's up with, like, I'm more of a person outside of basketball too, but at the same time, like, life is real. Like, stuff happens. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on that in the news they won't tell you. You just see a black face on the news. There's a lot of stuff behind that.
Right.
A lot. My fault. But my stuff is like experiences, things I've seen, things people like around me have been through, things I've been through. So I just feel like if anybody's offended by it or feels uncomfortable by it, I've done my job. You feel me? Like, because that's something people need to understand and people need to start seeing. Like, that's a part of what I was saying earlier, being unapologetically black. Now, I'm not saying that stuff should be in our community, but that's what we live. That's what we live with. That's what a lot of us go up against every day. A lot of us, there's a lot of young brothers that are really in the trenches that I know personally. And I'm around them a lot. So if I can use my voice, I know it's some millionaires that listen. It's a white millionaire on this live, I guarantee you, listening to me and you talk out of respect for me and you, because he respects my basketball and my education. But I also want him to have the connection to the young brother who can't get any job back home because he doesn't have the funds to get an education. He's not in a situation to go to school, but it's just as smart as me. But he has to do something like that.
Right.
Has to. So I don't want people to be scared of hearing stuff like that because that shit is real. That shit is the truth.
Right. And I think because it's not their truth, they don't understand.
At all.
You know?
At all.
Yeah.
And I'm completely fine with it because a lot of people, they'll say like, dang, but you hoop. A game is 2 hours a day. I might work out 8 to 10 hours a day. It's 12 more hours in the day. Like, a lot of stuff goes. And the city, like, you know where I'm from, Raleigh, Durham area, a lot of stuff happens. I moved from Raleigh, Durham to Murray, Kentucky where nothing happened, straight into Texas in the trenches. That was bad.
Right.
Texas,
really?
7-5, bad news. Like, that was worse. A lot of stuff happens.
Right.
Like, it's real.
And that's just being real with it, you know what I mean? Now, still playing devil's advocate for those people that have a counter to everything we do. You know, you hear with our Black Lives Matter, we hear a lot of folks say, well, all lives matter. What's your answer or explanation to them why that's not sufficient?
Anybody who says it and is using it as like a combative term, you're a hypocrite. Because to say all lives matter should include black lives, but saying black lives matter doesn't exclude anybody. And at the time right now today, I know the world sees what's happening and what's been happening to Black lives.
Mm.
So for Black people to say Black Lives Matter, we didn't say only Black Lives Matter. We didn't say just Black Lives Matter. We didn't even say Black Lives Matter more right now.
Right.
We said Black Lives Matter. Black is a part of all. We didn't say white lives didn't matter. So people who use that as all lives matter, they're finding something in their head, some kind of hatred already in their head, and projecting it into a situation that's not saying what they're thinking. Like, and that, oh my gosh, that makes me mad. I just seen a protest at home. Oh my gosh.
Because they don't get it.
They don't. They
don't.
They see one side of it. They see one side.
Yeah. Now, you recently, I think a week ago, put up a post on Twitter calling out the evaluators, the scouts, these tournament directors that have these events. And you said that you notice a lot of them are quiet. They don't say anything. And their timelines aren't addressing the issue. What I want you to explain why you said that and why it was important to say that.
Well, I feel like a lot of these, like you said, a lot of those people in those positions become a brand in their eyes. And they are a brand. They become a business. And they are a business. But at the same time, they got to see on the other side of it, they're an outlet. They're a way out. A lot of these kids don't have, like, if I don't make it in basketball, I'm not going to school. A lot of them kids that play in them Rick Lewis tournaments don't have parents. You see how many kids with no parents come up there with Black every weekend, 4 or 5 teams. He done hired so many coaches, 4 or 5 teams. Like, and they got to understand, when you impact lives, I told Jamie Shaw this the other day. You know what I said to him. When you impact lives on a bigger scale, it's about more than yourself. That shit is about way more than basketball. Way more than basketball. But the fact that you make money off of that, and there's nothing wrong with you making money off of that, but the fact you have that magnitude of power, you need to speak out against that, because those same Black boys that you're posting the video of or the poster of, you're tweeting about on Monday through Friday, the same Black boys that are getting killed in the streets or harassed by police are getting unequal opportunities in life.
Yeah, no. And what do you think some of the things that those guys should do?
Man, when stuff like this happens, like, they should really follow what the league's doing. Why isn't there a Phenom Hoops Black Lives Matter shirt that's sold in those tents at every event that they still found a way to have? Why isn't there a tweet about anything that's going on, about any of the kids that have died, about any of the females that have died, about any of the grown men that have died? Their tweets go out to a lot of Black kids every day. A lot of Black kids, a lot of Black athletes, a lot of Black students, a lot of Black teenagers every day. These same teenagers that are going through and having to see this stuff. Like, and I'll put it like this. I can go on my timeline right now and see 10 scouting pages that have all tried to build a relationship with me my whole high school career, and they won't say nothing about what's going on. I could find 3 races right now on my timeline that I don't know from a can of paint, and they're talking, it might be in a negative light, but they're talking about what's going on. And from their side, it's because it's what they believe in. So I feel like that's how you show where your heart really is. Like, you're doing your justice to getting these kids where they're supposed to go. But if it was really about what you wanted it to be about, you'd make it known. Like, nah, that shit got to stop. And because you're on that side, like, you're on our team, I guess you could say, and I'm not even going to say you're on our team because this is different, but that you help us so much, we see you as an ally. If you don't stand against them, you stand against us. So you have to say something. You have to, because they respect you. They respect you how they don't respect us. They don't respect us how they respect you. Like the Jamie Shaws, the Rick Lewises, the Paul Biancardi's, speak up. And Paul Biancardi's a great guy. I'm talking about, I'll come out there and shoot around, talk to him for an hour. Great guy. But they're not doing enough, which shows me they don't care enough. They only care about that paper or that ball bouncing.
Good message. And that's why I want to bring you on, so you have an opportunity to speak, because you speak for so many. And a lot of people don't have the courage or the platform to actually speak, and guys like you that, whether it be because you're popular in basketball, popular in hip hop, you've just always been a popular guy. It's important that people like you use your voice. Now, overall, what do you think in this world, what could bring about change? Like, I know they're doing protesting and everything. What is it that, needs to be done for real change to happen?
Well, there has to be some plan to follow this, but some type of defunding and reforming. I'm not going to say reforming because you can't reform slave patrol. Like, you can't reform that. There has to be some kind of police put in place, and this whole shit is dismantled with new laws, new regulations, new courts they have to go through, where all this shit is just done over. Because if you build a house on a cracked foundation, you lay the first brick, cool. First 200 bricks might stay, but when that shit is a house and there's a thunderstorm, that shit is falling. Falling. That needs to be a whole reconstruction of that. Now, for black people, don't live in fear. That's the thing that I hate. Like, I'll go out with my mom and I'll see some white person like looking at us, and I'll be like, bro, take a picture. And my mom will be like, don't say anything. No. All black people, please be unapologetically black. That's how you put them in their in their place. If you don't say anything, if you sit there and accept it, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going because the laws aren't gonna stop it no time soon.
Now, interesting enough, let's talk about voting, right? Because I've had this debate with young people that have it on both ends. I listen to all of them and I talk to them all, and many of them believe voting is a waste of time. It's not going to make it, the system is against you. Now, personally, just telling you how I feel like, and I've always said this, even in the position I have as getting me as a scout, I always felt my voice wouldn't be heard unless I got into a position that I could be heard. And what I mean about that is, the worst thing you could do is not do anything and just say, you know what, my vote don't matter. I ain't gonna do nothing, because then you got to take what they give you.
You taking it. You have no choice. None.
Right. So what's your take on vote?
I mean, your vote is your voice, man, and that's really how you speak out against what's going on right now. Your vote is your voice, and your voice has to follow your mindset and your actions. Like, if you march, and not just that, if you feel like black people know what's up, man. Y'all know what the fuck been going on these past forever. The only way for that shit to change is for us to vote. There's two ways for that shit to change, actually. One, to vote, and people got to stop looking down on, like, in the hood, wanting to be doctors and lawyers and politicians and teachers. Like, that's part of the reason. That's part of the system that's wrong. Like, if we can get into those positions, get young black people or older black people, smart black people in those positions, like, it won't be hard to get everybody to vote for, hey, we need to vote. Like, we got a black person, we need to vote. But not even just that. This year, if you don't vote, your vote is going to Trump, basically. It's that serious.
It really is.
It's definitely that serious, and it's just as simple as that. If you don't vote, it's the same thing for voting for Trump. And they say you can pick the lesser of two evils, but no. If you don't vote, you're voting for Trump.
Right. Now, what's your take on, like, let's say Kanye West getting in the race?
Cool. I hope TMZ see this shit. Come on.
Okay.
Distraction.
Yeah.
Big distraction. It took away his voting numbers went up. I think it was 3% in the black vote. That's low, but that's too damn much. Like, why? That's 3% we might need. That's a distraction. And whether he was gonna run as a Republican or a Democrat or not, he's a black community person. I guarantee it was gonna be Democrats that listen to Kanye their whole life that was gonna vote for Kanye because of Kanye. Like,
that's true.
They need to take a few meds or whatever they need to give him. Sit down somewhere, put a straitjacket on, and
get out the way, right?
Alone. Yeah, get out the way.
Right. Now, what can your generation do? Because it's up to y'all. Like, we're getting older. I want to leave this place just like you do for your kids, right? And for them to be in a better place.
Definitely.
So what can you personally and your generation do to help bring about this change?
Man, be active, as engaged as possible, learn as much as possible, never stop learning. That's really it. Educate yourself, educate others, share what you learn, spread knowledge. You got to be about others. That's the biggest point. You got to be about others. Yes. And when I say others, I mean everybody, but the people you're around are going to be black people. That's going to help you. Like, we got to want each other to win. That's all it is. And life, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You gotta be aware. Be aware of what's going on in the world. Be aware of what's going on in this country. If it's socially, economically, politically, anything, be aware. That's the only way you can educate yourself.
Right. Well, what about the people that say they're woke?
Man, it might be woke. It's some woke folks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't disagree with everything they say, and I'm not the type to just knock somebody's. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
But I mean, what? So most of
they got to be in it for the right reasons.
There you go.
The ones who are in it for the right reasons, who aren't in it just to be saying, you know what I'm saying, I respect you. Big shout out to Delaney Vanderbilt from Knightdale High School, graduate of North Carolina A&T, and Nicole Justice, Hampton University, my friend, leader of the Black Lives Matter Greater New York movement group. Big shout out to them. Young people doing great things with political activism and stuff.
Good stuff. We need young activists like yourself. It was important for me to get you on because I know the voice you have.
You know me. You know me.
Yeah, no question. You know so who is somebody you look up to?
My parents, my mom. You done seen her. We might have to drive 4 hours, but we there.
Yeah.
She got off work that day, but we there. And then my pops, both of them for real. They work so hard, like both working 12-hour shifts. It might be I go work out every morning, 4 in the morning. I got to be in Durham, from Knightdale to Durham. And then back at Knightdale at 9 for school. And they got to work in between from 6 or 7 to 7 at night, 8 at night. So they swinging 12-hour shifts to make sure I got what I needed to get what I needed to get out of basketball. Like, and when I say that, I took that to the court as in, like, if they can do that to sacrifice for me, like, it's so many other sacrifices I can make. I can go so much harder to get to where I need to get to with basketball. Like, they inspire me so much. Like,
I love it. I love to hear that. You know, I took me and your mom talked. I think it was in Target last time I saw her. You know, we always talk about, you know, Dondre and how he doing. You know, we always say he's something else now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm my own species.
Yeah, he's something else. So what would people outside of your friends or family, what would they not know about you that they might be surprised to know?
That's the one I had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I'm an open book.
Really?
I'm an open book. I got a quick temper. A lot of people don't know that. Because I'm funny.
Quick temper?
Like, yeah.
Really?
Stuff pissed me off quick. Now I live a little bit. I got a few gray hairs and stuff now. Yeah.
What's something that'll piss you off so quick?
Small thing like smacking when somebody chewing, smacking. But dishonesty, people not being loyal. I hate childishness. Like, unless we're in a playful setting, like, it's a time and a place for it. That's basically it. And if we're in that business setting or that setting where it needs to be what it needs to be, we need to be adults at that moment. Like, I'm not tolerating none of that. That's gonna set me off, like, immediately.
Right. Good stuff. How old are you now?
22. I'll be 23 December 17th.
Oh man, just unreal, man. Unreal. What do you want people to take away from this interview about Dondre Griffin?
Man, Dondre is a person that wants you to be for others, wants you to help each other, wants everybody to win. But Dondre is also somebody who goes hard. So you wouldn't be doing yourself any service. You'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't go hard at anything you do. You can do anything you want to do. Like, I wasn't supposed to go D1. I had over 25, 30 offers. You're not supposed to be in college doing what I'm doing and making music. I did that, had 50K independent streams, no help. You work hard, you do whatever you want to do, you're going to get out what you put in. Like, and that's me. I'm that. I'm grinding at anything. I'm going to do it. If I want it, I'm going to do it.
That's what it is, man. I'm just looking at you, and I'm just so proud of you, man. I love to see. That's part of the great part of what I do, man, to watch y'all grow up and become, you know, young men and having your own families and so forth. That's the joy that I get out of this. And you've been an excellent young man in your example. You've never been a bad kid. You do some things now.
Yeah, I be wild. I have some slip-ups now.
Yeah, you do some things now. We ain't gonna get into that. We'll talk off camera on that. But yeah, I know about you now. I know. Yeah, I know more than you think I know. But
here we go.
Yeah. All right. So before before I let you go, everybody knows that watch this show. I don't just let you leave. We leave with a little something for you to think about. We're going to play a little game called Versus. Who you got? Who you got? We're going to go down and get you're a basketball guy. You've been around basketball your whole life. You know the game. So we want to know who you got. All right, you ready?
Indeed, let's get it.
Who you got, Moran or Fox?
Morant. Shoes,
Why is that?
Murray State, shoes up, Murray State.
Easy one, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All right, good stuff. Who you got?
Dame.
Or
Oh, but that's Russ right there, though. Ooh.
Yeah, that's Russ, baby.
Dame Dollar.
You still going with Dame, huh?
He more towards my play style. I got to.
Okay. He's rough now.
Yeah.
That boy.
Yeah.
That boy knows. But I'll tell you now, I do like Russell. I like Russell because he's so rugged.
He a dog.
Yeah, I love that.
Yo, that's how, man. I used to try to model my game like Russell, but I ain't get the bounce that he got, so it ain't really worked like that. I had to cut.
Right, you had to take that shot.
Yeah.
All right, who we got? Let's see. All right. Kemba Walker or Kyle Lowry?
This is going to – now, I'm telling you, I think Kemba Walker is a better individual player. One-on-one, he's busting Kyle Lowry's ass. But I'm taking Kyle Lowry. And a lot of people don't respect him, but he deserves that respect. He's a champion. He's what a point guard is, and he does what needs to be done to win. He's a dog.
So you going with Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. I think most people probably would have picked Kemba, but you know the game.
No. I'm not worried about what's going on right now in the playoffs.
All right. Who we got? Let's see. Luka or Ben Simmons?
Luka Doncic. Man, come on. Why you even put that up there? You should have put two pictures of Luka up there.
Oh. So you're a Luka guy, huh?
Nah, I ain't. Yeah, I am. But I feel like he got a little bit too much respect, too. People kind of giving him a little bit too much respect.
Too early?
Yeah, like I'm not – Russell put them numbers up 2 years straight a year ago, year and a half ago. And won't nobody on Russell like that.
He about to
But he's crazy. He's incredible. He's wild.
Yeah, now he's clutch now. He's clutch.
Yeah.
All right, who we got? Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Russell. Yeah, who you got?
If D-Lo see this, I'm going to have to say D-Lo in case he see this.
Really?
Yeah, if you seen that picture on my Instagram, went to the Warriors game. So our assistant coach is cool with D-Lo. He was hurt after the game. He walked back there. My teammates, I don't know how the conversation went. Like a year before that, I told him if I ever saw D-Lo, I was going to tell him I'll bust his ass. So we in their new arena after the game, walking backstage, and D-Lo walked up to my assistant coach. So I'm like, man, I'm going for it. I got it on camera. I'm going to send you the video. I walked up to him. I said, what's good, bro? I'm Dre. I'll bust your ass. He said, we in 2 different tax brackets. Gotta go with D-Lo.
Right. Oh, wow. So you actually went ahead and said it, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Got to, yeah. And I wanted to check up with him, but he was hurt.
Yeah, all right. I'm not surprised with Dondre. I really not.
Now, I'm going to say Trey. Now, Trey a better player now. I'm going to say that, too. I'm going to let that for the record.
But your loyalty, because –
got it. Yeah, a lot there. Yeah.
All right. You're going to take that L with him. All right. So, all right. So, who we got now? Let's see. Steph Curry or Kyrie?
Steph, man. I respect Kyrie so much, man. He's crazy. Probably the best NBA handle ever. Yes, I said that. The best NBA handle ever.
That's tough. But you're still going with Curry.
Yeah, Steph is, man. You know why. That boy bad.
He bad.
He make it look boring now. Like, it don't even look fun when he do it no more. Like, it look easy.
Yeah, he do. Now, the only thing I can say about Steph, and I love Steph, I'm a Steph guy, but it's high risk, high reward.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You know? Because sometimes he just turned the ball over too much carelessly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he gonna hit that half court shot.
Yeah,
like it's a layup.
It's good. Won't touch none of the rim, Nathaniel.
Yeah. All right, here we go. You got to choose who you got. Giannis or LeBron?
I'm waiting for my man's. My man's looking at me like he waiting what I'm finna say. You heard it? Giannis or Bron? Yeah, Bron, dog. And I'm not even a Bron fan. I respect Bron, but Bron. This ain't even a question.
Really?
Yeah. And you seen how I talk about Bron, but I'm going with Bron.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that one. Okay.
Giannis,
Okay.
Giannis disappointed me.
Man, come on, man. You can't do it all, man. You need a little help, man.
You got to do something. And you can't quit when it counts.
Man, you can't say my man quit, man. Come on, man.
He had on a hoodie. Everybody else had on jerseys.
Oh, you hard on him, man. You hard on my dude, man.
He tough though. He just he ain't Bron though.
He ain't ready yet. Huh?
He ain't there.
All right. Who we got? We got 3 more. Who we got? Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler. Who you got?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Who you got?
Jimmy, man.
Really?
Jimmy. You know why? He that dog, man.
I don't know why, because you took a while to say his name, now.
He's that dog, though. I had to come to senses now. He that dog. Donovan.
He's a dog.
He fresh in my mind. Donovan fresh in my mind. The 50 ball now. He fresh in my mind. That's why. but Jimmy, no question. And I played in the same JUCO conference that he did. Jimmy been a dog.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah, his stats look crazy in JUCO. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's man. I love Jimmy myself. Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I love
winner. He a winner.
I like that too.
He might not have won yet, but he has that winning competitive.
He got that attitude. Yeah, he's gonna make everybody better on his squad.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go hard if you play with him. Bam loves playing with him, so shit. You can make Bam play hard and make Bam love to play hard all the time. You got a demon on your hands. So
yeah. All right, 2 more. Last one. Next to last. Harden.
Kevin Durant. Next one.
Oh wow. Oh, no respect for the man Harden.
He said Harden or KD. Kevin Durant. Next one. I'm taking Kevin Durant hurt. Kevin Durant, next one.
You said he's going to take him hurt. Oh, don't fear the beard at all.
Nah, hell no. He's crazy. But, man, that usage, man, in the league, man, numbers are so, manipulated. That usage rate is up. It's super up. Super up. So when your usage rate is like that, your stats supposed to be like that. But the percentages up there either, man.
Andre said next one.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Here we go. Who you got?
Woo! Hey, they said Karis LeVert and Jason Tatum.
Tatum? Really? Explain that one.
Man, upside. Upside. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, off of how they're playing right now, Karis LeVert a bad man.
Right.
And he might go crazy with that. Might make them crazy. KD, Kyrie, and Karis LeVert. That might do some stuff. But Jason Tatum, man, his upside is so ridiculous. Defensively, offensively, he's an everything guy. But he's
so LeVert today, but Tatum in the long run.
Tatum in 2 years. But LeVert these past 2 months. I say that.
Okay. All right. Got you. My man Dondre Griffin in the building tonight. I appreciate you. This kid is like a nephew to me. I watched him grow up. Always special to me. I keep up with him. He's always kept up with me. He's like family.
Got to, man.
Man. I love him to death. That boy is something else. That's all me and your mama say. He's something else.
Man, that man could call my mama and not tell me that's how close we are. We like this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, Dondre, if there's anything we can do for you, it don't stop no matter where you are. It doesn't matter today or 10 years from now when your son is in elementary school. We're going to be talking about that too, right?
He in the camp. Yeah, he there.
Yeah.
He there for sure. He there.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming, man.
For sure, Unc. I appreciate you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. You take care, brother.
You too.